Welcome back, friends, to some more Lord of the Rings Online, and welcome to the Silverteen Lodes here in the Deep Descent. This is another hub area for quests within Moria, and we're going to go ahead and get started. As you can see, there are plenty of quest rings to go around. I'm actually going to set my milestone here in case I need to come back. And then let me go ahead and speak with this fine sir. This is Thetmar, and I guess let me do to the Deep Descent here.
The day of the dwarves is coming.
Welcome to the Deep Descent, Kippen. We miners have great hopes for the Silverteen Lodes. Are you here to look for ways to be of use? Never fret, there is more to be done than we can handle. And then this is going to be the forward for Book 2.
Welcome to Khazad-dûm.
I'm glad you have come to the Deep Descent, Kippen. A warden such as you should be able to help my people with many of the tasks that need to be done here in the Silverteen Lodes. We are particularly plagued by the goblins of Gamophilic.
Perhaps soon we will toast our victory against the orcs of Moria.
If you are looking for tasks, we have plenty of them, Kippen. The most pressing issue is probably that of our closest neighbors. Styling, one of our miners, has sent back reports of a great goblin settlement too near here. Unfortunately, the name of the place is Gamophilic, and you can find Styling there making an assessment of the threat. Head south from the Deep Descent and then take the east path at the crossroads. You should find Styling there.
We have little time to speak. Great events have been set in motion.
A moment of your time, if you would, friend. When first we entered this place, we had no intention of pushing as far as we did so quickly. Now that we have breached this far down into the depths and we see the horror of what transpired here, there are some discoveries that make many of us uncomfortable. It is bad enough to know that there are orcs and goblins all about, but to think that they have breached some of our most hallowed and secret holds gives one reason to hoist a hammer and crack some goblin skulls. Still, we have orders that we must abide by, lest we endanger everything we attempt here. My friends J.R.R. and Halfberg have concerned about some discoveries we've been seeing as of late. Crystals, dull and black looking, more like glass than crystals, have been turning up here and there, and we do not know what this signifies. Speak with my friend J.R.R, if you would, and see what he knows.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
Aye, the crystals bear the mark of the great dwarf treasury long forgotten beneath this place. Mithril may well have been the true wealth of Moria, but it was not the only wealth we knew here. There were many riches to be harvested from these mines. Anything that was not Mithril was taken to treasuries throughout Moria, and there stored for safekeeping. Complex puzzles guarded the treasures therein, and now they are well hidden by the ingenuity of the dwarves. I also know that one of our treasuries was recently breached by the enemies. Our orders bid us stay here, surely for our own safety, but I have a good mind to disobey. Alas, I have no more news to share, but feel free to tell Falgir all that I have said.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
J.R.R. thinks that the vault is breached, does he? Well then, that makes decisions more obvious if you ask me. Are you still looking for a bit of work?
If we are to find Mithril in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
If you are to enter the vault of the Forgotten Treasury, we must prepare you for what you are to face. It is located to the south and east of here, though more southerly than east. Between our hold and your destination are many orcs. These orcs are likely smaller, stupider breed than the ones you will encounter inside the treasury, for it would take cunning enemy to enter such a protected place. It would do you well to hunt the lesser orcs for a short while. This will give me time to prepare for your adventures. Head southeast and south of here and collect a bundle of scraps from these orcs, then return to me when you have enough. And the Forgotten Treasury, I believe, is an instance, so I may be doing some prep work for one of the first major instances, I guess, here in Moria. The first of many.
If we drive the orcs from Khazad-dûm, will it be enough?
This will be my head for sure. I was not supposed to send Flick out with any task, but he kept begging me. His father is leading one of the eastern parties of the expedition. If he knew I let his son go out there and he never came back, they would probably throw me down on one of these fissures here. I will never be heard from again, unless of course you could find him. You would be saving my beard if you managed it. I'm glad he's more concerned about saving his beard than the poor lost dwarf, but anyways.
I doubt that Lord Balin still lives.
You may wonder why we have come this fast deep, Kippen, and scattered to the wind as we did. The Silvertine lodes are famous for being the first and primary source of true silver, or mithril as it is called by many. A large branch of miners have gathered for an expedition to search the Silvertine from head to toe, starting at the toes in its roots here. We have not had much of a chance to mine yet, as we are beset by dangers and missing dwarves and other mishaps. Would you care to do the honors of mining ore in the vicinity of the deep descent? Again, you can't venture into Moria and not expect to do some mining. So lots of quests to be done here. Let's go ahead and do it. So you can see the Silvertine lodes here looks like just a giant mine. And there's going to be lots of things to do. Let me get on my goat. Actually, there's stuff to be mined right away here. So that is one of 8 ore samples. There's a lot more on the way down. What's all this? More deeds. My god, there's so many deeds in Moria. I am dreading having to record the All Moria Deeds episode. Those take me so long to record, and I can't imagine how bad it's going to be for Moria. I think for Moria, though, I'm going to have to split up the deed episode into multiple parts. Maybe one for each main region of Moria, or else it's just going to be a 3-hour-long episode. Alright, let's keep mining here. Another sample. Let me see if I can find one more. Sure enough, there it is. I may go turn this in real quick just in case he sends me on a part 2 deeper down where I'm headed for the other quests. I think that may be a good idea. Let me try that out. I try to minimize walking back and forth as much as I can.
It is said that Durin's Bane dwells here, though we have not seen it.
Ah, you're back. Wonderful. Let me take a look at what you've collected. Stir carefully examines each piece of ore closely by holding them up to his squinting eyes and rolling them gently in his fingers. No mithril yet, just ordinary iron ore, I believe. This is disappointing, but I am not surprised, nor shall I give up hope. There are many places yet to explore in the Silvertine lodes. Alright, so there was no part 2 here, looks like.
If it were not for the prospect of finding mithril, I would not have come here.
So, let's go ahead and do some of the other quests. So I gotta kill some orcs. I gotta find some dwarves here. Should all be very exciting stuff. Some glowy worms here. Do I need to kill these? I don't think I do. Yeah, nothing there. Do have stilling here.
The orcs of Moria have much to account for.
Well met, good hobbit. As you see, I have discovered some very unfriendly neighbors to the deep descent.
Khazad-dûm belongs to Durin's folk.
Well, Kippen, we have been lucky so far in that the goblins infesting Khazad-dûm seem to be terribly disorganized with inept leaders. Nevertheless, we cannot relax our guard. If I read things rightly, there is one particular leader among the nearby goblin tribe who has been bold enough to organize a raid against the deep descent, and I think it would be best if he doesn't live long enough to carry out his ploy. See if you cannot perhaps weaken the goblin forces in Gamophilic and deal with their chieftain while you are at it.
If only the elves were not so stiff-necked, we might make a swift victory of this endeavor.
The make of goblin armor disturbs me, Kippen. It is finer than I would expect them to have, and certainly to make themselves. If the goblins are being supplied with armor and equipment from elsewhere in Khazad-dûm, then I think we had best find out where that source is and remove it. However, I cannot be certain of my fears unless I have some of their armor to examine. For that purpose, I would have you collect some of the armor from the goblins while you are at Gamelphilic. Alright, I can do all that. I can do all of that. So let me head into the goblin camp. And I guess I'm just gonna start blasting some goblins. Moria scouts. Let me see if I can round up a few of these and do some AoE damage. Although these guys are ranged, so I may not be able to round them up as well as I would like. Alright, let me kill that guy right there. Dang, man, he's like running away like crazy. Should not take me this long to kill a freaking goblin. So there's Gathrock. I wonder if he's the chieftain. Sure enough, I think he might have been. Right. Let me go blast this guy. Ah, there's a little sneak here. Look at him trying to sneak up on me. My goodness. I like the cave drawings here. I don't know if the goblins made it. And I think if you pay attention, you can actually see that in fact, this is an army of goblins here within the mountains, chasing away the dwarfs. After, of course, the famous Battle of Moria is what I'm assuming is going on here in this mural. Alright, let's see. Let me round up a few of these. There we go. Excellent. Let me kill this bad boy. I need to collect one more fabric here. Let me kill him again. Maybe he drops it. Maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, he did drop it, so good. I think I've done all the quests. Let me see. The epic. Alright, got that. Chamber of the Crossroads. So all those look like they're done. Okay. Anyways, let's head back. Let's turn these in. And, oh, I got a quest item. Hold on. This crystal discovered on one of Moria's Orkin appears to be different than the other crystals found within Moria. You should bring it to someone who may know something about its origin. Perhaps you could speak with Falgir at the Deep Descent. He may have some knowledge regarding the crystal of this sort.
Azog's folk have not yet fully repaid for their crimes against us.
Ah, I had feared this was the case. Upon closer look, it is no mystery where this came from. These suits incorporate old pieces of dwarf metal and armor from long ago. The craftsmanship is so fine that even the vast span of years between has not destroyed it. Unfortunately, what time could not ruin, the foul hands of goblin smiths have. Some of these pieces must have been rebeaten and reworked a dozen times by now and worn by even more goblins over the years since they were looted from the fallen or from hidden armories of old. I fear they are of no use to us now. They serve only as another reminder of the ancient tragedies that engulfed Fair Khazad-dûm in darkness.
Durin's folk will defy Durin's bane!
So, Gothrock has fallen. That should set the goblins back again in their efforts to organize against us.
At long last, we will drive the maggot folk from our home!
I explored the secret passage while you were distracting the goblins inside Gamelphilic, and I'm quite pleased to report that it is safe. It brings us to a tunnel near Puklor, who looks to be a terrifying foe, the likes of whom I had not anticipated. But there is good news. I thought I espied a loose bit of rock that would make a good trap for Puklor's downfall. If you should sneak behind through this hidden passage, I think you will be able to get through and crush that villain by luring him into the trap. Alright, so let's see where that's gonna be. I don't know where the hidden passage is. Just near Sling, near the hall. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. Let's use the passage and emerge on the other side. I don't know where I am. Let me destroy this guard here. I guess I didn't have to fight him. But anyways. So let me set the trap. So how do I lure him into it? That is the question. I guess I can just bring him through here. There we go. Sweet. That guy managed to sliver his way through the cracks there. Alright, let me see if I can take that shortcut back. Or if it's a one-way, but it looks like it's not. I can actually take it. Excellent.
We will reclaim Khazad-dûm for Dine Ironfoot!
So, Buklor lies in a grave of stone. Hopefully that will remind the goblins to whom Khazad-dûm truly belongs. I do not care what evil lords support them. The very bones of Khazad-dûm stand against them. Alright. So I need to find Philip. Looks like he is gonna be down this way. And here we can get a pretty good view of the mines. Look how epic that is. You think Mines of Moria, you think something along these lines. Some ancient mining structures erected by the dwarves of old to find all the mithril in Middle-earth. Anyways, let's speak with this fine gentleman here.
I am not sure Khazad-dûm can be restored. The orcs have surely ruined it.
Who are you? Are you a friend? Did Stur send you to find me? I hope so. I begged for this task, and now all I want is to be back safe in camp.
We can only hope that Durin's Bane sleeps deeply.
Hurry up and get me out of here. I wish I had never wanted to come out here. All I wanted to do was make my father proud, and now I am about to become Goblin Stew. Stop dawdling and let us go.
Dark things dwell now in Moria.
I hate this place. Get me back to the deep descent. So this is going to be an escort quest, it looks like. Alright, let's go, sir. Let's go. Or Flick. I kept calling him Philic, but it's Flick. With the 1440 resolution, the text sometimes a little bit small, so just in my defense. Got a few guards here. I might as well just blast them. Let me see about killing this bat here. Alright. Let's go. Dragonette Slayer. It's gonna be a hell of a Slayer, dude. Alright, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Don't stop. Come on, buddy. Where'd he go? Come on. Come on, Flick. Should be pretty safe from here. I can make it back to camp from here. Thank you for your help. Alright. Let's go turn all these quests in, shall we? Lots of quests to turn in.
The House of Durin Durin will live forever!
So our goblin neighbors will likely not trouble us in the future? That is excellent news, Kippen. Thank you for helping Stilling at Gamophilic.
Welcome to Khazad-dûm. Stay and speak with me a moment.
A band of miners from the Deep Descent has pushed forth into the Silvertine Lodes to establish a small mining camp in the center of this area. You should seek Thalfar along the path towards Menem Berej and give him my regards. He will likely need your help getting things started.
Dark things dwell now in Moria.
So you found Flick, and he was well? Not too badly hurt? That is some relieving news. Thank you, I'm in your debt. Both the captain's son and my beard are safe, at least for another night.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
Good work. These certainly came from good strong orcs, which means you must be ready for the fight ahead. I'll tell you all that I know, then send you to speak with J.R.R. and Halfberg, for they, like myself, have tasks within the vault.
These halls will be great once more.
A worthy find indeed, though I am unclear of where this came from. I know from stories that there were many such crystals stored in a treasury that we are intent on finding. But this could not be such a treasure, as the vault is long forgotten and well hid. It is unlikely that the orcs could have found the entrance. Yet, what if they have? Suddenly I feared that this discovery is more dire than I had thought, Kippen. Alright, so I believe these guys are now going to give me quests within the Forgotten Treasury. Let's go ahead and pick them up. I might have to delay these quests until a little bit later, because I'm probably going to need a group for it. But anyways, let's go ahead and pick them up though.
Stand and speak with me. The fate of Khazad-dûm hangs in the balance.
Orcs are bad news. Of that, there is no debate. But some orcs are worse than others. J.R.R. and myself ran into some trouble with a brutal sort of orc a short time back. We thought nothing of it at the time as we bested the foe, but they proved powerful while alone. I cannot imagine that their power would diminish at all in a crowd. These orcs use the very shadows in the mine against you. Be careful when you fight them, but fight them nonetheless. And when you have bested them in the vault, return to me here. The Forgotten Treasury lies a fair journey to the south and southeast of the location here in the Deep Descent. Do yourself a favor, friend. Do not travel within the place alone.
What foul and nameless things we face in Moria, I know not.
If you're traveling to the Forgotten Treasury, as I expect you are, I would ask that you take time to see that any relics or coins already taken out of that place are returned to us here. We would not like to disturb anything that is still intact within the treasury itself, but anything already spoiled by the orcs should be returned to us here. Should you find anything befitting, I would ask that you collect these items from within the treasury and return them here to me at the Deep Descent. The Forgotten Treasury lies to the south of here.
What foul and nameless things we face in Moria, I know not.
You must be the hobbit that Falgeir has been going on about. I suppose you do have the look of an adventurer, though you seem a bit soft around the middle. Huh. He tells me you mean to enter the Forgotten Treasury to the south and southeast of the Deep Descent. If you do, I want to warn you about the troll twins, Skoom and Urauth. They are quite alike in temperament, it is said. Some of our company have come across them at times, but few ever survive. Should you find yourself facing them, I will be greatly in your debt if you deal with them once and for all. Our scouts last saw them in the area where the Forgotten Treasury was found, south and southeast of our location here in the Deep Descent.
We have little time to speak. Great events have been set in motion.
If you are making your way into the Forgotten Treasury, I would ask that you do me a favor and collect any of the crystals that you find within. They have very little value outside of this place, but their qualities were never fully researched, and history states that none who touched the things ever felt that they would be used for good purposes. If you make your way to the Forgotten Treasury south and southeast of the Deep Descent, collect as many of these as you can and return them to me. Now, I was going to say that I could try to solo the Forgotten Treasury, but I want to say that there is a part in the instance where you require at least 3 people to pull levers in a certain order, and it can't be soloed. I don't know, I'll have to look into it. If that's not the case, then I'll try to solo it, but if I physically cannot solo it, I'll have to find a group at some point. But for now, let me continue doing some other quests. Let me actually open up my thing here. And let me get rid of these from my tracker. I'm not going to be doing the Forgotten Treasury quest just yet. I'll do them in an episode by themselves. And really, I think the only quest I have open to me right now is the mining camp quest. Let me see where that's going to be. Okay, so all the way down here it looks like. Let me see how I get down there. I could go up and around, or let me just go down here and see what I can do. Yeah, I don't know if you physically can solo the Forgotten Treasury, because again, I think there's a part where it requires several members to be doing things at the same time. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, I'm headed the opposite direction I'm wanting to go. I think I am going to drop down here. Good enough. Then let me head this way. I think I can get to the camp from here. You can see this place is huge and it's very vertical. It may not look like there's a lot of area here, but if you look at just how vertical it is, there's a lot of area and ground to be covered. So let me see where I'm headed here. I think I can go down this way and that will take me to the camp. Although I can't cross through here. I might just jump this. Break my legs, of course, but you know, you do what you gotta do. And let's see. There's the camp. Perfect. So I think I can go through here. Alright, we have made it. That is a beefy looking dwarf. I like his armor. Pretty sweet. Alright, let's talk with this guy.
It is said that Durin's Bane dwells here, though we have not seen it.
Hail, traveler. Are you here to help us get our feet wet? Good. We can always use another pair of hands.
If we drive the orcs from Khazad-dûm, will it be enough?
Forgive me for placing yet another burden upon you, but the miners have complained that the platform of Menenberej is frequently overrun by goblins or other creatures, and they need it patrolled more frequently to keep such threats at bay while they prospect for mithril. I wouldn't have my miners picked off by goblin filth. I need you to go patrol the platform and clear it of creatures to ensure the miners' safety.
What foul and nameless things we face in Moria, I know not.
Our best hope of finding mithril in the Silvertine lodes is to reclaim and repair the platform of Menenberej, if you ask me. If you could begin by restoring the wheels on the platform, that would be most helpful, Kippen. Right, and then there is this guy here as well.
We have seen naught of Durin's Bane. Be wary if you journey into Moria.
Ah, greetings to you, good hobbits. I am Goofy at your service. It is a great day to be a dwarf, I tell you, and I am privileged to see the retaking of Khazad-dûm in person. As we arrived here, I noticed a railway directly to the west. I sensed that there are untapped mining prospects there, for the lodes of the Silvertine are the richest in the veins of all of Moria, and likely in all of Middle-earth. Would you be so good as to scout the prospective paths in the tunnels and hang signs at any clear dead ends so that we know where to start our search? I think I could do that. But I think we're going to begin the adventures here in the mines in the next episode, because I've been recording for quite a while now and got a long day of work tomorrow. Got a 24-hour shift. So anyways, I will see you guys on the next episode. I hope you're enjoying. Be sure to leave a like on the video. Join the fellowship by hitting the subscribe button. See you guys next time.